I'm hitting that button already.
Hit the button. We are live Wednesday night. Oh no, Sunday night. My bad. With
You see how we try to get in those cheap plugs? What's up? What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. What's up, Cool Bick? What's up, Paul? And what's up, Phantom Flight 101 Herman? How are you, brother?
The man, Lawrence. You're the man.
All right. All right, we're on, and it'll take a little while for some people to come in. Oh, all right. That's a mirror I'm watching the game on.
Oh, in my background here.
Yeah, I could see half of it. That's actually good because we won't get any kind of copyright thing. Hey, what's up, Geeks Mana? Yes, you are the first one here, and you know you already got an invite, so you can come in anytime you want.
Lauren,
But
how does the mirror eliminate you from getting the copyright for anything?
how does half a screen? Because you're not showing you. It's actually a live broadcast, so
yeah.
You're not supposed to show live broadcasts on YouTube. It violates the terms of service.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. That's you can't do. So hey, that's even better. See, now you can see even less. You can tell a game zone, but you can't tell what it is. Jay Santiago, what's good? What's good? Anyway, the main topic for tonight, it's going to be extensive, and I'm pretty sure we're going to go squirrel and all of that eventually. But RFID and you, the drone pilot, because the storm is coming. The storm is coming, and they're not asking you. They telling you the storm is coming. So whether you huckle down and batten down the hatches and get prepared for it, you might get blown away.
Well, let me tell you this. We have a drone delivery story. It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But many of you are probably familiar with it, but Yale Yale had a drone delivery service for food for the people, I guess, on the campus called Kiki Air. It was an app for people to allow people to be able to order food. And they were shut down by the FAA because they were not only not certified under Part 135 for a courier service to make deliveries, but no one was 107 certified, and they were flying in a zero altitude. And the FAA heard wind of this operation and stepped in right away and shut it down.
I thank you very much for the thumbs down. We can get a couple more. We'd appreciate it.
Oh, okay. Well,
but yeah, this is the first drone delivery company to officially get shut down in the United States.
Well, actually, we're in a drone delivery company. They just set up this program on their own and just said,
I heard it was a couple of students that were doing it. One of them's name was Kiki.
Let me back.
Listen, they were making money. It was a drone delivery business. They were getting paid for a service to fly those drones, and they was doing everything illegal.
They backdoored their way in.
Yale University.
Yeah, well, come on, of course. Yale University, what'd you expect?
Joe Mack, how are you, mate? All the way from Ireland.
But yeah, that's what happened to them. They had no approval from the FAA for this. And they just went off on their own and set this up. Even, like I said, they were operating from an app.
Yeah.
Some kid in the room probably wrote the app, because you know the average kid now, you can write an app on your PC, you can write them on your phone now. You know, to do all kinds of stuff. You can write an app so that when you walk in the house, you can program an app. So when you walk in your house, there's a Bluetooth sensor at the door. And when you come in, the lights come on, the TV can cut on, the coffee can start boiling or whatever.
From what I understand, the way it worked was you'd take your phone, you'd go to the app, you'd tell them what you want. They would respond back, say, yes, we can deliver that. When we get it ready, we'll
even
call
better.
you.
They have apps that show you how to build apps.
Yeah, but they will call you then on the phone and tell you where to meet the drone. And then you go out there and you call them when you get there, and then they turn the camera down and
Okay.
look for you.
Wow.
Okay, Justin. Justin says he'll be in a few. But you know what? That's pretty cool, though, because the fact that they integrated it with an app that someone probably created on that college story anyway, you know, it's funny because they were doing it. It was successful. They were making money.
Yep.
I don't know how much. I don't care how much, but the fact that
the app handled the initial contact and also handled the credit card or debit card or whatever you're using.
Joe Mack says he watched our New York City tour the other night on Paul's show.
Yeah.
Great insight into where we fly. He loved it. What's up, feet on the ground from all the way from Australia? We have Dublin, Ireland here. We have Australia and everyone else that's local. We have Sean Geeks Vana from the UK. It seems that our fan base is more from overseas than it is here in the States. But we appreciate you all.
And you can't forget Ray did a cameo visit on that tour too.
Yeah, he did. He popped in real quick too.
Yep.
Got to check y'all out real quick on a Monday. Like, woo.
Well, I didn't know we were going to do it. I got into the car and I had told you, Paul, that I was on the train on my way to meet him. I sent you a text. So I saved the invite and I said, all right, when I get above ground, I cut it on.
Yep.
Because the trains were so screwed up.
And then Herman was sitting curbside waiting for you, and he popped on.
You guys, please click the like button and support each other's channel. But anyway, there's a lot of interesting drone. Wait. Stop. It's for a second. They can see your talons.
Yeah, that's okay. Stop. Hey, slap him on top of the head for us, will you?
He's getting
Stop.
Oh, there you go.
Manicure going
he
on.
likes that.
Hold on. See, she walks over and figures because I'm live streaming, she can just come over and snatch a Sharpie.
Sure.
I bought these. Do what color? Gold or silver? You don't need both.
Just give them all three. Give her all three.
No, you don't understand. You give her a Sharpie and it's gone. You see it laying on the floor, all dried up.
Yeah, but here's my point, Lawrence, is you work at a store.
Hey, Al.
It's like, get another one.
No, you don't understand. Sometimes, dude, it's so critical. She felt so bad. She snatches all my pens, everything that I write.
What's up, Al?
She used to. She felt so bad, she had to give me 2 pens, and she still took one back. You know, so, and she had a pack. I mean, how much writing can you do?
This All in the Family moment is brought to you by Lawrence Clark.
Man, stop it. See, now I got to hide this one because she's going to use up the silver one and try and come back for this one. And I used them to sign the props to send to Mr. Crawley.
How many props you been sending him?
Yeah, but they said I only need one.
I sent them like 2, 3, something like that. Different ones. One said those guys.
Hey, Lawrence, if you want to sign all your props,
one said those guys FPV, and one said those guys like that. But anyway, getting back to this NPRM stuff.
But you know what I wanted to tell you, Lawrence? It seems like when I remember I mentioned to you about Airbus and Pix4D working on air traffic control for unmanned aircraft. It seems as if this company Airspace Link is working to do the same in
but for pay. They're gonna do it for pay though.
Well,
I understood the story right.
Understandable.
Hey, Asgard.
But I understand what you're saying, and I heard that too.
Okay.
As it slowly gets revealed to us, as you start to see where things may be going, you know, that pay that you thought you were going to have to pay for something may be for that whatever Airbus or whoever comes up with in your area, you're going to have to pay for that.
Right.
Who knows? You know what I mean? We do know that something's coming, as you called it, the storm.
Well, that's why I was saying everyone should start.
Roger.
Hey, hi.
How's it going?
The Godfather's here.
He is.
So what do we pay this homage to the Godfather? What's
But
up?
he didn't get his envelope this week.
Yeah. I'm wondering why. Hey, how come? I'll send
No, that's what it is.
Envelope is late.
He's coming to collect tides.
I'll send Tony.
That's sometimes, Paul, if you remember the old gangster movies, that's the only time the real guy came out, is when all the other
envelope
guys
was late.
When all the other guys screwed up and when he was late.
Yep.
How are you, Roger?
Not bad, not bad. Can I say hi to the guys in the chat?
Sure.
Joel Mac, Al Diaz, Jay, I always have problems saying his name.
Jay Santiago.
Hey, Santiago.
Santiago. Asgard Studios. Everybody in the chat, welcome. Good day. Or good evening, I should say.
Well, we appreciate you coming in because this is even going to affect, well, it won't affect you because you're in Canada.
That's right.
Why?
Think about it.
We're talking about the new FAA rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And can y'all keep?
But even if I'm Canadian, you can still comment on it.
Well, you know what it is? The last time that they had a symposium, and people need to realize they had a major meeting with all of everything related to drones. People said they listened to it and they didn't listen hard enough because they said they were going to come up with a way to tell us where and when we could fly, and that was Lance. And then they started talking about Lance, and Lance came out, and so soon, supposedly, Lance may work with the new RFID, or it may not. We don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is, in the United States, everyone's they're doing these videos. Oh, the drone community's over with. You won't be able to fly here. If you're watching these videos that these guys are putting out, we'll put up some links to some videos you guys can watch.
Are they doing the Chicken Little Henny Penny thing?
Right. The sky is falling. I'll never be able to fly again. And it's not going to be like that, because if you're compliant, you have one of two choices. If you have older drones like we do, your drone will have to be wired through the internet, meaning your drone would have to be connected to your cell phone. All right. If you are like Paul, Daddy Warbucks, and plan on buying the latest drone that comes out, then your drone will already come equipped, ready to do that.
Unless they go with the normal way that it was proposed by the group that they put together to discuss it.
Hey, Coast to Coast Bill.
Broadcast that the drone is already broadcast. Send
Bill an invite.
Who?
Please. Send Bill an invite. Coast to Coast Drones. Well, the thing is,
do I have his?
Roger
does. Paul got it, but
Roger's got it too.
They even have a plan for you FPV guys out there. The FPV guys are going, oh my God, you got to go to this meeting in Washington. No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
You just have to fill. Well, yeah, you do have to represent if you're within the area. But I know people that are going from Florida, traveling from Florida all the way to DC.
Let's go to the meeting.
Now, I know one thing: if they do not show this meeting of all these drone pilots down in DC,
let's go to the meeting.
That it's going to be a travesty.
Sounds like a road trip was what Herman's saying.
No. These are all FPV pilots or camera drone pilots, but a majority of them are FPV pilots.
Listen,
Paul,
this is the problem right here.
1 second, Herman. Have you ever seen more than 5 FPV pilots together, Paul?
Yes.
No, I know you have, but Paul,
Mr. Crowley,
have you ever seen 5 FPV pilots together? Okay, because if you haven't, imagine thousands. And I'm just saying, if you've never seen a bunch of kids in a playground, my God.
For the contact high.
Now, Crowley.
All right, I'm sorry I'm late. I did hear something about.
Did I say that, Lawrence?
Just conform to the new policy and you'll be okay.
What happened?
You had mentioned just conform to the new policy and procedures and be up to date and you'll be okay.
But listen, what they're asking you to do.
How much grease did they say you needed?
Oh, wait a minute. What are you saying?
How much grease did they say you needed?
I don't know. I want to hear what he has to say.
Okay, well, all that they're asking you to do is one of two things. Any drone company that makes drones has to put some kind of device. Now, you either have to be able to hook up Bluetooth. If it's FPV, you have to have a minimum of Bluetooth or at least Wi-Fi access. Now, if you fly camera drones, you have one of two options: direct hardline your drone to an internet, or a ground station that broadcasts your area. And from what I was listening
if you can get connection, okay.
If you can get an internet connection. For those of you who cannot get an internet connection, at a minimum, your drone or your cell phone has to have Wi-Fi capability.
You got to transmit something.
Right.
No, I understand. I'm listening.
Even if your cell phone,
this is stuff that doesn't exist totally yet.
Now understandable, Mr. Charlie, but this is why everybody is so strong on just allowing what was proposed by the committee of broadcast, because the drones do that.
Right.
Some drones do.
Well, see, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Remember, I spoke.
Not even half of the drones out there do.
Hold on a second.
No, they do.
That is true. If you compare it with FPV,
hold on.
Less than half of the drones.
What I'm trying to say to you is this: if you bought a drone out of the store, such as DJI, Autel, whatever, those drones broadcast.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, for a GPS type of drone, or for the aerial drones through DJI, yes, but through another company, through Banggood, no.
Banggood doesn't manufacture.
Well, they're saying even if it's a toy grade drone, like this red one up here, the toy grade drone runs on a 2-cell battery, it will still have to broadcast a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth signal. They're even talking about the little tiny whoops, the little tiny SIN whoops. They will have to be either on a Wi-Fi network or Bluetooth.
But that's where they overstepped it.
And
that's
most
crazy.
cell phones, 9 out of 10 cell phones have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi.
Now that drone you have hanging up there is invalid now.
It's invalid because it's a wall ornament now. But if I wanted to fly it,
you would have to modify it.
Yeah.
Okay, now, excuse me, guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead,
all our inventory that we currently have has to be all new, modified to new.
Okay, excuse me, guys, for a minute. Can you hear me good now?
Yeah.
Okay. There is one country, if I'm not mistaken, it's in India. If you just want to fly a whoop in your house, you have to call the bloody cops and tell them. Did you know that?
But this is in India.
The FAA and the MNA, whatever, they're starting to sound like it, the way they're putting the rules down. I mean, this is ridiculous.
This is where their current policy works for the drones that don't go typically too much above height of treetops. Then you have your aerial drones, which have to be modified, like my DJI drone has to be modified.
What they're saying,
just because they get a signal doesn't mean that it's going to meet their expectations. That's
from what they're saying.
But this is what I was trying to tell you about broadcast.
Right.
Even if take your FPV drones, if they went with a broadcast system, all it would be a simple fit would be a labeling type of system that could be picked up by Wi-Fi connections as soon as you're passing in those areas. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I didn't know that was available.
It's just like sure it is. It's just like the card, the readers on the back of your credit cards, a little chip in your card. That can be read anywhere you pass through these systems.
In fact,
anywhere you go.
Right. In fact, here in New York City, they had an issue. They have a new transit system they're trying to introduce where your credit card and or your cell phone will broadcast, because it's on, the Bluetooth is on already, because you're probably listening to headphones or something.
To pay for
you go through the turnstile, it'll pay your fare onto the subway. Now, the problem that they were having is, which is a glitch, is people were paying with still a Metro card. It's a card that you buy and you slide through like an ATM card, and it has money on it. But the machine was charging them double. The machine was charging them also because they had the Bluetooth. If you have like Google Pay, Apple Pay, and all of those, and you have it on, so when you go in the store, you just pay like that, the turnstile was actually charging you too. Now, what they did mention, and I heard this in a podcast I was trying to listen to over before the live stream, that for FPV pilots, there's a very good chance that they will be not considered. What was this? I got to get the terminology right, and I'm going to put the link for the podcast for people listen to also. But he goes into FPV and what they'll have to go through. They will have to put some type of Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connection in their FPV birds, which isn't bad because TBS Crossfire is Bluetooth, isn't it? At least that's what I heard. Okay, so that's not
Mr. Crowley?
Some of them.
That's not too right. Some of them, right, but that's a start already. So, and they consider something called tree cover. If you're flying along under trees and stuff like that, because you won't be going higher than too much higher than the trees, except for maybe to do a power loop, you may not even have to broadcast nothing more than Bluetooth or Wi-Fi.
But the bigger picture here is by everybody accepting that as this is okay, that is going to be workable, that'll be good. Wait till they put the little things in your car that the insurance, the insurance companies get the little things that monitor how you steer. It's already in a lot of people's cars. They just don't realize it. It's not used against you. Wait till that's used against you and then conform to that too. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, this is good. It's okay.
And you know what's funny about that? I'm glad you mentioned it. The first time I saw something like that coming is when they started this nonsense.
Hey, AZ drone dude.
When the insurance companies started to keep track of how many of their customers smoke. And then it became a statistic as to how many smokers, the percentage of smokers are involved in accidents. So now it gives a point to, it has nothing to do with the accident, but now we have a criteria to charge smokers more for insurance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like in Massachusetts, you can buy booze, you can buy weed legally. But you can be told you can't get a job and you can smoke cigarettes or tobacco. But except vaping, they've banned half the vapes in here.
Right.
That's another thing, but only some of them, the ones that they make money off of are okay. Now you go to a job interview. If you have alcohol, pot, or tobacco in your systems, you are now not valid for that job.
Right.
It's just a joke, man. It really does nobody any good. They put these policies in place, and it's always somebody else that benefits. And it's a matter of time before these trackers are put into cars ones that already have them, and that your insurance will be measured upon your driving skills.
Yeah.
And people are going to be, I guarantee you, no one's going to accept that. But it's going to be forced down your throat in the Gestapo type of country we're turning into.
You're saying that insurance, they're putting these trackers on your car so that your insurance will be based upon your driving Your driving skills?
Yeah, your driving skills.
Right, because if you're an aggressive driver.
If you slam on your brakes, you get a negative point against you.
I understand what you're saying, but watch this one.
For somebody walking in front of you.
The insurance companies went and did this one too, way before that. They went and looked at everybody's economic status, right? And they use your economic status as to how they're going to adjust your premium.
Correct.
Why?
Exactly. It's wrong.
What does that have to do with my driving ability?
But it's going to get even more stricter. It's going to become a joke. It's all these things that it's doing.
It's like the banks give out overdraft insurance.
As is. There's no reason for them to get this control. When you have drones that can go 4 miles from where a person's standing, I can understand that's a threat. And I fly an aerial drone. I fly a DJI drone, which I love. and I'm going to keep. But I agree that there should be certain regulation or tests for certain people, and I agree that they should be registered. But when you come in and start saying we want to monitor where you're flying, and if you read in that policy, they want at least 6 months of information on each pilot.
Well, hold on. See, this is where people are getting confused.
already registered with the local people.
Right. This is where people are getting confused, Mr. Crawley, because it's not them saying, okay, Mr. Crawley took his Mavic Pro up, let's see what he does. It's so anyone of law enforcement and or down to a local person that may have
but the remote ID policy specifically says in it they're going to be measured for at least 6 months, each individual pilot in their movements.
Well, that's understandable. You get hired for a job, you get 9 months on 3 months probation.
I get what you're saying, Mr. Crawley. You know, like I said, I bottom line, I believe this is what I believe is going down with this, and it's all about this air traffic.
Yes, the new drone delivery drones. The new delivery drones. They don't want us. They don't want us running into each other, and they don't want us running into them.
That's why you're going to see no-fly zones for drones, not commercial drones, but for private drones popping up. That is going to be definitely identified differently than a commercial drone.
Well, we discussed already. There's a company. What's the name of the company, Herman? You can hire them, and they can put up a no-fly zone in your neighborhood or around your house.
Right, and then these drones will not even lift off or start in a no-fly zone.
I don't know.
Well, they're not. The American drone. The
new
company that's for hire, Herman.
In a no-fly zone.
The company that's for hire that a company can hire them to put up a no-fly zone in certain areas.
And watch those go up. You're not even going to be able to fly, whether you conform to the new policy.
I don't believe that that Aerospace Link can do that. What I believe, like I said, what they're working on, they have to get approval from the FAA to do something like that. What they're working on is controlling airspace, just like I told you with Airbus and Pix 4D. That's what they're trying to do.
It's happening. Man.
Are you guys familiar with this? Are you guys familiar with this Alan Yu?
Yep.
He walks with his camera and he feeds squirrels in the park and he reads drone news from the United States. He's from Canada.
Yeah. What about him?
He did a video called DJI promoting remote drone ID phone tracking video reactions. And I had left a comment on his page saying it was a great example. My problem is, who wants to stop DJI? What did I put? My problem is, what's to stop DJI and this app from selling your personal information? And therein lies the issue, because once you become monitored through something, your information is up for grabs to the highest bidder. And now don't complain about it, because it's already happening now. You sit in front of your TV, you sit on your phone, and you talk about real estate, and you want to test it. If you have Alexa in your house, and I'll give you the perfect test. I didn't do it purposely, but I kept telling my wife that when we discuss certain things in the house or certain business deals, within a day or two, you start getting emails. If you start discussing in front of Alexa that you're looking for a house, I guarantee you in 2 to 3 days, you'll start receiving emails from Zillow and houses.
Oh, yeah.
So you're already being monitored.
No, right. Well, look at DJI. They already proved DJI was taking
Steve Carpenter
videos off of everybody's drones and scoping out all different areas of the country. That's fact. That was already proven a year ago.
You could do that with what do you call it too?
No, but you can do it with any drone. It doesn't have to just be DJI, but DJI just has all the information of.
Yeah, but right now, until they decide what they're going to do, the FAA, the drone delivery companies, none of this will be in effect for there's going to be a 2-year grace period, which means just like they said Lance was coming, we're going to tell you exactly right on the spot how high you can go, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, the same thing is happening. They're not going to just give it to you like that right away. They're going to slowly bleed everything in.
That's acceptable.
It's a strange way of putting it, but that's exactly what they're gonna do, though. You know, I just got a message. Somebody else went live. Hey, Jack Sparky, I'm sorry. You're still at work. Work is good. Making money's good. We appreciate all of you, and it's time to do a drop. It's on the half hour. So
you get to drop it.
And it's so rare we get the Godfather here with us. So we got to get a drop while we have the Godfather, Roger, here. Let me see. I'm trying to give Paul a little bit of time. He seems to be on
this
the phone.
This channel is sponsored by
those guys. Okay.
I got to show you guys how to do that.
Well, Roger had it right. We were like, huh?
And overall, the whole presentation was wrong.
But listen, there is a podcast that I was actually listening to before the live stream, and I got to listen to it as far as the point where they were saying what type of people and who will have access to this RFID information. And for the most part, 9 out of 10 of them are basically law enforcement. And basically I see where they're going with this, because they're going to be introducing these drone highways any day now. It's coming. You're just going to wake up one day and you're going to say Amazon's delivering from here to here from now on. And that's going to be a total no-fly zone along that strip. Now, until we start getting our drones with RFID, you're not going to be able to go near that strip. You may be able to fly under it, but you're not going to be able to fly over it. Because
I guarantee you, once what I think is going to happen is I actually think they're going to come back and they're going to ease up a little bit to make it sound good what we're getting. You know what I mean? I think they're going to ease up on
it. It is.
No
Mr.
matter what,
Crowley.
they're going to have that accountability, which I think is a good thing.
Here's the perfect example, Mr. Crawley. You're flying your Mavic Pro. Your Mavic Pro has been retrofitted with the new RFID, okay? Out of nowhere, a Phantom whatever number, I'm not even going to say a Phantom 3, a Phantom whatever number, comes out and smashes your drone right there immediately, because you're broadcasting, you know what just hit you, and you know who just hit you.
Yeah, but what I believe is going to happen, that wouldn't happen to him, because he would know
that the drone is in the area because of the RFID.
And they're not going to allow that collision to happen.
Hold on. Night Train says Flight Test just put out a video. Hold on. Night Train says Flight Test just put out a video yesterday. They want the FAA headquarters. They went to FAA headquarters and got some info on what the details are thus far. We will be able to make our own property a fly area. Yes, because you're transmitting. And if someone comes into your bubble, they're going to see you, you're going to see them. The FAA is monitoring all of it. Herman's been saying this for over a year now. They're making air traffic control for drones. That's all it is.
Nobody's sitting there going, okay, we got one.
Hey, a bird in the hand.
Aircraft coming in here, and one drone coming in.
You won't have to.
If air traffic control works the way that it's supposed to, if you remember, they talked about drones they wanted to see if drones could have this information where they would be able to see other aircraft in their area. DJI jumped the gun and said that they would do it immediately starting this year, and anything that they come out with after January 1st.
Yes, DJI's.
It has already been talked about that all these other companies, such as, like I told you, Airbus and Pix 4D, working on drone air traffic control. There has to be some way of integrating that air traffic control, bringing these drones, integrating it into that air traffic control.
Yes.
And this is what I believe all of this talk about remote ID, that's where they're trying to go with this, to try to find a way of integrating you into that air traffic control.
Here's the perfect example of how they've already started integrating it. If you have a Mavic Pro, and whoever's owned a Mavic Pro, you may remember there was an update for the Mavic Pro that actually showed if there was an airplane in the area, it would show the airplane and it would point the plane in the direction that the actual aircraft was. You remember that, right?
Yep.
That's integrating drones into traffic control.
That was a backdoor way of what they plan to do.
Right.
The new stuff.
Right. Except you said, oh, wow, there's a plane over here. Now, whether it was line of sight or whatever, you knew there was a plane in that area. This RFID will do the same exact thing, but for drone to drone. How cool would it be to be flying a racing drone and then all of a sudden somebody that's flying a racing drone long distance is traveling over you at 100 miles an hour, to be able to see someone came into your airspace and they're at so-and-so altitude and they're passing through.
Hope you can see it fast enough.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying though. You have to look at it.
All I'm saying to you is this, Mr. Crowley. I'm waiting for the day that when I go out to fly, I got to take out my computer chair with me and set it up with my headset and my radio and know the approval. Let air traffic control know that it's 346. I'm taking off. And such, I'm taking a left-hand pattern out of
all waivers. Yeah.
That's where it's going to probably go to one of these days. Who knows?
It's just, I just wish everybody would stop. I just wish everyone would stop going, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. The sky isn't falling because we don't know what the hell they're doing yet.
By the time you get out there to fly, Mr. Crowley, as a hobby,
hey, Roger.
By the time you set up and everything to fly, it'll be time to go home.
Hey, Curtis, what's good? Yeah. Yeah. If you tell them you're going to fly in this space for an hour, you're going to be here for an hour and a half or 35 minutes or whatever, or you plan to be there for an hour, and you wind up leaving before, they will know all of this already.
Show up early because you're going to have to
let me get this
setup.
Let me get this podcast.
It's the same thing with any type of drone. I mean,
well, it's anything, yeah.
And it's
like a 40-minute setup.
But that's where they get their heads so far up their ass into these small drones. They really do. It's like to put a restriction on a kid drone. I mean, they're talking under 250 grams now.
Mr. Crawley, can I give you the perfect example?
No, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, you're right. But Mr. Crawley, let me give you the perfect example.
If you guys think that we're going to be able to fly a DJIs and anywhere we want, because we're just going to get approval, watch what happens when every city like Boston is a no-fly zone, but they're going to accept package deliveries.
But hold on, Mr. Crawley. I have the perfect example why even children's drones should have it. The first time a father takes his kid.
Watching that commercial.
Hold on, the father takes his kid to the store. He buys him this little toy grade drone, and he gives it to his son. The father reads the instructions and says, "You just press this to go up. You press this to turn." What's the first thing a kid does? And I know because I got my very first drone this same way.
That shit goes 10 feet over the 12-foot gate.
The kid hits the throttle, and they go, wow.
Yeah, that drone goes 10 feet over the 12-foot gate, man.
And then the wind catches it, and it drifts away into the next town.
Which has caused no damage whatsoever since the time the drones have been put up. There isn't one report of one of those kids' drones causing any damage to anybody or property.
True.
Maybe a couple of windshields. But what I'm saying is this policy is put in place to ban, restrict, and control all the drone pilots.
No. Ban is the wrong word.
No, that is.
Ban is the wrong word. Ban is just saying you can't do it.
They're looking to eliminate pilots in the air.
Yeah. I refuse to believe that when you have colleges teaching people how to become 107 pilots so they can join the drone workforce. That's thousands upon thousands of drone pilots will need a 107 to get a job. Right. I refuse to believe that. They will not kill the hobby, and they cannot kill the hobby.
The 107 is going to be required pretty much for everybody.
We've been saying that. We've been saying that on our live streams too. It'll come to the point where you need a 107 license to fly.
So what does it matter if you fly commercially or not? You're going to be so restricted. You're not. These drones are going to just watch. It's going to happen.
So what? It's saying that you took a test and you're a qualified drone pilot. What's wrong with that? I think when you buy your drone in a store, you should take a damn test.
And then the little kid should take a test too. A 14-year-old
Yeah,
kid.
listen, you need to know up, down, left, and right.
Give them that. This is just a moneymaker for the cops to come to your house.
It is because all these apps that we're using now, all these
somebody else can fly.
All of these apps that we're using now for free, we will have to pay to use.
Right.
So, and the serious pilot will pay to use an app to know what the wind's doing at 200 feet.
Well, you know, let me ask you this. You said that a person, they say you had to have a 107, right? Just to be able to take 50 cents or $1, 25 cents, whatever it may be, from someone
exactly
the same thing that you did as a hobbyist. Now you complied with that. You understand what I'm saying to you? I don't, and when you were told, you know, when you went for this test, that, or when you studied for this test, the reason why you needed to have this test or this knowledge was because if you were going to operate in the same airspace as manned aircraft, then you needed to know the characteristics of this airspace and how things work up there in this airspace. And we complied with that. We accepted that and we did what we had to do. I just think that if you keep going and going and going, where are we going to go next? I mean, if everybody's going to have a 107 to fly, if there's going to be, the hobbyist is going to be pigeonholed to nothing, where are we going with this?
And also the way
they're looking at waivers just to fly on the weekend with a bunch of guys recreationally?
Right. Or to fly on vacation with your family. But, and they're also looking at it this way. The crook or the thief or whoever's out there meaning to do no good is not going to register their drone because they can trace that back to them. So we'll know if you see a drone cruising across the sky and it's not on your list or within your bubble, okay, of drones flying, they're going to be able to trace that drone even easier.
Once again, this goes back to what I said before. On the purchase of a drone, it should be registered immediately.
Yes,
to the
I agree.
To the person.
I agree. Registrations, I think it's no matter what, it should be.
Only one that's got it here lucky is Roger.
I didn't hear you say, Charlie.
No, I think it should be registered also, no matter what.
Immediately on
something in the
time of purchase.
But I just think that this thing is going to restrict us so much that it's not, you're not going to enjoy, you're not going to be able to go out when you come home from work.
In order to drive a car, what do you have to do? Register it. In order to drive a motorcycle, truck, plane, jet, boat, you have to register it.
Let's also implement tracking down everybody's movement. And then we can, you know what I mean?
This is true. And this was brought up.
We have that. It's called Easy Pass and license plate readers.
But this was also brought up too. Certain individuals are asking if companies like Autel, supposedly now, DJI, Unique Breeze, and all of these companies are complying with the FAA and making their drones broadcast already. It's I don't know, I'm trying to find the right words. You have to be ready for the switch. Okay, pretty much. Either you're gonna fly legally or you're not gonna fly legally. That's pretty much what it is. Either you're gonna drive with a license, or you're not gonna drive with a license.
Excuse me.
That's more than that.
If you remember, when all of these drones, before they hit the store, they have to apply for an FCC license.
Yep.
Which means they broadcast.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They broadcast something.
Yeah.
DJI put out this thing here with the drone to phone. I understand that. What it does is, like I said before, it makes you know that there is a way of already reading broadcast signal. You just don't want that.
Right, because they can't
You
charge you
understand?
for it. If it's
You already
free,
know that already.
if it's free, they can't make
The
money off
only
of it.
problem with drone
Right.
the phone,
They can't make money off it. That's the key point.
the only problem with drone the phone is that it's proprietary.
I was wondering what the noise was, Justin.
If there was an app like that for that read all the drones, then we halfway there.
Now, see, therein lies the problem, because each and every drone company out there that does transmits at their own frequency. A few people have brought up the topic of why can't there be just one frequency, and the answer to that is 9/11. when New York City Police Department and the fire department and EMS and everybody was on one frequency, guess what happened? When everybody's when you have 1,000 firemen and 1,000 police officers and everybody pressing the mic, guess what happens? It fries the system. But this drone to phone app will be able to say, okay, this person's flying a DJI drone. This person's flying an Autel robotics. This person is flying a unique breeze. That's informative when you have a drone company and you're flying stuff across the airways. You need to be able to see that stuff too, just like we need to be able to see them. And this is the only way that you can do it. It's the only way. You know, it's sort of like the Borg in Star Trek. You know, you might as well just assimilate because it's coming.
That's sad. You look at it.
It's sad, but think about it. Like you said, you mentioned it about.
Well, that's why you're not fighting it, right?
Yep. You mentioned it about the cars. They have the trackers in the car now.
Don't bother commenting on their thing that says put a comment there, because it's not needed where you're just going to conform. Come on. You can't just conform. Forget that. I'm not one to conform. I'm sorry. And I'm going to have no choice. It's not like I have a choice.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Everyone's going, oh, blue, the sky is falling. Guess what? If you love this hobby and you want to fly, you're going to conform.
I'm not saying this, but what I'm saying is you're going to conform, you're going to pay them. And if you think you're going to fly the way you do now,
dude, there are places. Hold on, Herman. There are places right now in New York that Herman and I have been flying up until last year. Hold on. Up until last year, we flew in these places 5, 6, 7 times. You can't fly there anymore. But you know what? We're still flying.
Right. You'll find another place until it gets banned. And that's why they're not letting new things go up. Is because they don't want new, they don't want new stuff. None of that. It's going to come to an end.
Hey, Justin, Indigo, I think, is talking to you. Something about Silicon Springs.
Hold on.
On your printer.
I'm on my phone. Hold on. Let me go to the.
Oh, okay. Well, all I can say is and I'm going to repeat it. If you have a love for the hobby, and I'm not talking about just the 107 pilot. No one's saying right now you have to become a 107 pilot, but at some time and point, they're going to make it that way. If you want to fly a drone, you're going to have to take a test. That's coming too.
Right. But what I'm saying is if you're a 107 pilot, watch, that's going to become invalid.
No,
it's going to become a standardized test.
No.
Oh, yes.
No, because right now there are colleges and high schools. There's a high school here in New York City, and there are colleges down south in the southern states. I don't know the name off the top of my head, that are already giving degrees for 107 pilots. And not only are they giving you degrees, but they're teaching you drone operation, drone maintenance, drone repair, FAA laws, and everything pertaining to 107. When you graduate, you are a professional 107 pilot and can go to Amazon or any place you want in the world and fly a drone for top dollar.
Okay, that's what you think. Okay. I'm just telling you, you think 107 is going to become a standard where everybody's going to have it anyways.
Okay, so is getting your paying for insurance and registration on your car.
But it's not going to be like a 107. You're not going to be commercialized. Everyone's going to be commercialized. It's going to be, if you think you're going to make a career out of it, not many people are.
Exactly. The serious people will conform, and the ones who aren't serious will either try and fly legal or give up the hobby. I've never been known to
Your
give up
opinion?
stuff.
Apparently, Amazon's hiring Part 107 pilots now.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying right now. No, can't say nothing. But here in New York, there is a job that will be opening up within the next 2 to 3 years that will be giving a drone 107 pilot top dollar here in New York. Okay, that's all I can say. And just like Amazon and Amazon and hospitals and colleges, there are colleges that are sending stuff back and forth. There's hospitals doing it right now via drone, sending stuff back and forth. What's up, Mikey?
Hey guys.
Hey, Philly.
Hey, what's up?
And
What's up, man?
maybe Philly Drone Life would have some input on this, but it's like the Borg. The Borg is coming. You must assimilate or be destroyed.
That's no doubt. Right. Or be destroyed. Right. Like I said, or kick them out of the hobby unless they don't.
Only problem, Amazon and others will be paying bare minimum wages for Part 107 pilots. Well, check this out,
we'll hire you
Steve
for
Carpenter.
$15 an
Hold
hour.
on, Steve Carpenter. Right now in New York State, minimum wage is $15 an hour. I know damn well as a 107 pilot, I make a lot more than $15 an hour.
Tell yourself that when everybody's 107. Tell yourself, look at the truck drivers. They all need a special license.
You know what, Mr. Crowley?
Every truck driver has a special
Mr.
license.
Crowley, hold on. See, I've been listening to you, and I've been with you almost all the way. Have you ever sat down and studied for that test?
Yes.
Everybody ain't getting that.
True.
Everybody ain't getting that.
Okay, a lot of people will. I know some real dumb people that passed it, and I've read it.
You think they're dumb.
Well,
you think they're dumb.
Let me explain something. At one time and point, they thought autistic people were slow. Come to find out, they're a lot smarter than us because they use more of more of the left side of their brain, which is more logical.
My son has Asperger's syndrome, and he's a computer science engineer.
I'll be right back.
So I understand that. Anyway,
Mikey, give some input,
fun.
Mikey, please.
I agree with it. Hey, I'm changing my whole thing with the identification thing. I say let's identify everything now. I say before we should fly, we have to send our license to YouTube and just make it public, our whole driver's license, and then we're able to fly. So I'm with remote ID. Yeah, but do it twice.
Obviously, you didn't read it.
You're like, what?
This got done quick.
That changed it. No, I mean, come on, guys. It's my privacy. I mean, privacy should be private. I feel the same way as most people. I don't like it, but it is what it is.
When I agree that something needs to be put in place, and I agree that it needs to be controlled and managed. But after I read that policy, and it was like hundreds of pages long, and to get me to read something like that is like a joke. I like pictures. And I was just like, this thing is going to lead to such more stronger restrictions than we can imagine. And I look at it when I take out my granddaughter, I won't be able to let her fly a drone. And it's like, wow.
E107?
In the backfield. Right. And that's what it's going to boil down to. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm going for I'm going to get my 107.
She can't touch the sticks.
Yeah, you just can't. You can watch. Yeah, you can wear these goggles that I'm not supposed to be
Listen,
wearing.
you know what you do? you get a piece of cardboard and
that they make that you're not supposed to be wearing. Right.
And you have to have a spotter. Okay. So that means you can't fly more than quarter mile if you're lucky.
But Peter, the guy over there in the Netherlands, what he said, he goes, fly line of sight. He goes, the goggles got the best line of sight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but this guy puts on goggles, and no, you guys know him. He's never mind your own drone. What is that, Herman?
Never mind your own YouTube channel.
Right. And
I
this
love
guy,
him.
Yes, Peter.
Hold on. This guy, if you don't know him, search for him. We got to find a link and put
I don't
him
know
up.
what happened to him.
No,
He
dude, he
disappeared.
quit. He quit.
He
He
quit?
quit YouTube. Yeah, he quit YouTube. And guess what? He's the reason why I'm on YouTube. And a lot of other people, man. It was the one video
Let me tell you something.
where he flew to his apartment on the hill, and it's like,
Hold
oh my
on.
gosh,
Hold-
that's the coolest freaking
Hold
thing.
on.
And
Hold
I went
on.
out and bought a freaking drone. Stop.
You know what?
I got it.
You know what?
Oh,
Mike, he was the one that got me to take the drone out.
Yes,
Ow,
me
just
too. Me too.
Let it
He's responsible for all
Agreed.
this.
Agreed.
We should all, and then he quit. He got 70,000 subscribers and went, you know what? I'm not making no money on YouTube. Hey,
If
and
you don't
he
know
left.
who he is, I'm
But
gonna
he
try
got
and
shaken
find.
up over in Turkey when he did the
Yes.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and find
You're
a
right.
link for him. But if you don't know this guy, he was
Yep.
like, "Oh, today we're going on a flight from this mountaintop to the
Paul,
roof of my house."
Check this out, Paul. His theory was
Yes.
Yeah.
He was great.
because he got a signal from his drone on the controller
He was
from
good.
up on the hill that was down at his house. He figures I can fly it from here to the house.
One way.
And he did it.
Battery
He
would
did
go
it, though.
dead
That's
at
the
a
key.
point.
He
had-
did it.
This big lens
Hey,
on
Chris,
the camera with zoom that he could zoom
Timeless
from the
too.
top of the mountain down to his house in the town.
I did see
And
him.
he flew it straight down to his
Yeah.
porch and landed on the porch.
Yeah. He's the
Yes.
cause of all this. He is the cause of all flying beyond line of sight. Him.
Mhm.
He is the root cause. I mean, I went out and bought a drone the next freaking day. I was like, that is the coolest thing. I'm flying all over the city. I went out and bought a Phantom 4 just like him, wanted to be just like him. He's my mentor, and then he quit. But I think there's more to that story, guys. I think he got in trouble, like you said.
He
with
The
the-
did.
guys over in Turkey,
He-
right? I was
Yes.
wondering if he was in jail.
Yes.
Well, Herman
You are right.
Herman had mentioned there's a possibility that he could be locked up
No,
because
he's
of the
not.
way he disappeared.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Paul, this guy,
Yeah.
every time he flew,
Police
You were
rolled
hanging
on
by
him
the
in
balls.
Turkey.
Yeah.
you were
Yes,
hanging
yes,
by the balls. You know why? Because you knew he wasn't coming back.
No, he was always on it. He was always on a. You see how my Mavic Mini? We went searching for it.
Yeah.
Every flight with him was like that. He was searching for. He was going for his
Did you
Mavic.
see the
for
one he had
somewhere.
to get a boat because he landed
Yeah,
his
yeah,
drone
yeah.
on the middle of
Remember
that damn jetty?
And
Yeah.
he landed
Way
on the
out there.
island. Yes, I remember that. He paid a guy like $300 and he'd get off and he runs up there. Oh, it was so awesome. It was a recovery mission. He found his freaking drone on an island. He landed it though. He knew he
Yeah,
was
because
going
he
down.
couldn't make it back.
Yeah, he couldn't make it back. But that's why I come back on 3% battery because of him. You know, it's like, damn, man, he got me
I
started.
come
He's
back with a little
And-
extra battery.
And I'm going to
because of
say
him.
one thing, and I'm going to say this all the time.
yes.
He flew with parabolic reflectors.
Oh, stop. Hey,
You couldn't
I
do
went
it.
out
You
and
couldn't.
bought them. I
At the
bought
end, he
them,
was at the
Lawrence.
boosted antenna.
I got the boosted one.
Oh, and check this out. He was doing some kind of stuff that every time he flew, and I thought this was weird. And this made me go back to his channel. I found his channel. I'm gonna give you a link to a video in a second. But this made me go back to his channel because I'm like, this dude is in the middle of a mountain, and he wants to fly from this mountain to that mountain. And he
All
has a
right, just
friend.
so that
He
we're
has a friend.
clear, I
No,
got him.
He went to he flew one time from the mountain to his friend's house, and his friend wasn't home, or his friend was asleep or something. And he's like, "Oh God, I hope he wakes up. It's landing now." And his friend answers the phone at the last minute, and just as it comes down, his friend reaches up and grabs it and goes in the house with it.
He
Yeah,
was just,
he's-
but you know, he did it. I'm telling you guys, when I start editing, sooner or later, I'm actually going to do it. But he's the guy that I want my channel to look like because he did it live. That's why when I watched him,
Yes.
I realized that at that point, I didn't need to be an editor. All I needed to do is know how to go live stream, and I was good.
Here,
And,
check
and
this
that's
out.
what he did.
This is a 7-kilometer trip. Right
Yes,
here.
yeah, to the rooftop. Oh, that's
This is
awesome.
a 7. I didn't find the one to the rooftop. I'm
Okay.
gonna search for that.
Okay.
Down the mountain, I bet. He goes down the mountain to this like
He's just awesome, man. Oh, it's in there. Oh, you can't play it.
It's because of him. I was like, you've seen that movie, The Incredibles, the cartoon, The Incredibles, and the best part of the movie was at the final battle at the end of the movie, and this little kid that kept saying, "My neighbors are strange. There's something about them." And at the end of the movie, he's sitting he sees them battling the bad guy, and the house is blowing up and everything, and they go, "Oh shit, the neighbor." And he goes, "That was totally wicked." You know, that's how I felt after every one of these guys fight.
Let me tell you something though, but notice something. If you guys click on this link, he was also known for he started, obviously, how can I get the best signal? Just like us all. So we go out and buy these.
Yes.
Well, he had Titan give him the Titan switch, and that's like $1,000 setup. Well, if you notice in this video, he's going for the longest distance ever, but he doesn't have nothing but the regular antennas on it, and he carries these with him. That's it. That is it. So it goes to and I watched all his videos with the Titan and all that, and he wasn't satisfied with it.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Hold on, Mikey, I found it. Challenge: can I fly my drone 8 kilometers to my holiday house and land on the terrace?
That's it.
This is it.
That's it.
This is
it.
Yes. Hold on.
That is it. Oh, it's awesome.
If you don't watch any other video from this
just
guy,
watch that one.
You freaking watch this one, because.
And don't subscribe him, please. Come back and subscribe to Lawrence.
His channel's dead. His channel's dead. I don't know why. I don't know how, but his channel is dead. Here's the link.
What he's doing, guys.
The video now. Put this in watch later and watch it later.
Oh, how do I do
You
it?
have to. This made me say, wow.
Yeah.
Because in order to land, a lot of people think you can fly to an area and then you look down. And of course, as you get closer, it gets bigger. But the terrace that he was trying to land this thing on was not only small, but he knew if he didn't land on it, that whole trip would have been a waste.
Oh, he had 50. Oh, at that, he had 53,000. So he must be losing subscribers, because the last time I watched him, he had 71,000, but he wasn't making the money.
Oh. The views and
doing
opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel or in a panel. I mean, or in the chat.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry.
And
thank you.
Yeah. So, but he's, what I think happened is he started doing the droning professionally for like car shows and stuff. Like he was following cars around Europe. And I think he might have realized that that's better for him to do.
But you know what? Herman had told me something about he went someplace and he crashed his drone, and he went right out and brought another one.
Oh, yeah, dude, I watched that one. His Phantom 4 fell out of the sky. It just fell out of the sky. What's that?
But did you see how far he drove?
Yeah.
To the DJI store to get it?
Oh,
to drive all the way back for them to be like, oh, we got
to go that far to fly to buy a new drone, and didn't you say something was wrong, or he took it back or something?
He thought it fell out of the sky. They gave him a new one. He argued it the whole bit. They gave him a new one. When he went back to the site, he found out there was a wire. He hit a wire. He couldn't see. He was like, okay, well, hey. I was like, good on you, mate.
Yeah. If you have not watched this guy, he's one of the main reasons.
Great stuff. That gets me excited.
I went drone crazy. Definitely. I was gonna say let's do a drop, but Justin's gone.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. Hey, Justin, are you within hearing range?
Well, which one is he on? I've got him on 2 boxes. He
just cut the printer off. He had one camera on the printer.
He's probably changing the printer.
Either that or eating. But anyway, getting back to
this is another good video. This is one I thought might have got him in trouble.
Yeah.
Which
one you're gonna post?
You put it on the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. This way you guys can put it for watch later.
Well, he took the video of that Forbidden City that they were.
Yeah, that was another thing. That was definitely
the police rolled on him. That was the one where the police rolled on him.
Yep.
And he told the police that all he had was the screenshot.
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
They made him delete.
This must have been some secret getaway.
But he had all the SD cards.
But Herman, this must have been some secret getaway for European gangsters and mobsters, because this place was supposed to be off the map.
No, it's on the map still. That was there's a lot of people that he spoke to after he put that video out that used to live in that city when they were thrown out years ago, when during I don't know what the war was.
But Lawrence is right, Herman, because what had happened was, you're right, people own properties, they kicked them out, but then the mob or something started.
It was like this luxury resort for mobsters and
but it was in the middle of it, hidden.
Yeah,
I'm like, why would you videotape?
It was this. If you guys haven't seen it, click on the link and put watch later. And what it is, it was a town that was populated, and somehow everybody in the town was gone except those rich, fancy people. And the only thing that arrived were tractor trailers and expensive guys' cars going into this one. They had turned this whole city into a development for mobs. Look like mobsters.
Yeah,
views and opinions that are heard tonight, and not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight. But it looked like a place where mobsters and gangsters went and hung out at,
or did little things, maybe made stuff,
now,
made transports. Who knows?
When he first got there, he believed that the entire city was uninhabited. That's why he went there to fly. This place, and come to find out, there's little
to take pictures.
But come to find out in the video, there's power stations hooked up to buildings and stuff. It definitely didn't look legal.
Well, let me tell you something. That's the power of these drones. And let me tell you something. That's more and more, as I keep seeing this remote ID, bringing it back to the topic, the more and more I see what you can do with these drones, the more I'm leaning toward, there maybe isn't nothing wrong with the remote ID.
Let me explain something. Let me explain something to you, Mikey. If remote ID is going to keep a delivery drone from me hitting it or it hitting me, other than falling straight on top of me,
correct,
I'm for it.
Yeah.
If RFID is gonna prevent some fool flying 3 blocks away from me,
correct,
from running into me because he can see me or I can see him,
but
I'm for it.
But Lawrence, will people really know how to use it? Will they use it?
This is true, because there are apps today called Air Maps, which shows lands, and I know people. It's sad to say.
I didn't know how to do it.
Hold on, another disclaimer: the views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel. But there are some that don't read too well. There are a few people that don't read too well, and these apps that we use today, they don't understand.
Peter was his name. Peter Pecker.
Yes.
So I said, Peter, I don't know where he is right now, but
the last video he posted, guys, he said, "Hey, listen, this will be my last video. I'm done.
I remember.
I'm not doing it anymore. It's a lot of work." And I thought
after that mobster place he shot up, he needed to change his identity anyway.
Yeah, it could be.
He might be in a shallow grave somewhere too.
Or he just realized
but he's not
a lot of work.
Person that posted pictures from that place,
right? But because of him,
all over the internet.
But because of him, people started going there and flying their drones and stuff because of him. Everyone thought this place was uninhabited.
Says you can't fly your drone there. That's what they told him.
No, it was legal to fly. It was legal to fly. He just did something.
Just can't take pictures.
Yeah.
Correct.
Pictures and video. Pictures and video.
And the people that were so grateful to him because they were kicked out of their
home the people who lived there. He actually showed the video to these people, and the people like, I went to school there.
They were so grateful.
And it's a small, I wouldn't say a city, it was a small town. It was a small town, but the town is maybe the size of some small cities in the United States. Seriously.
Look at that video. It was a city.
Yeah.
Dude, that 3D printer is amazing. That stuff just amazes me. My head will explode if I get one.
Mikey,
Yeah.
You think that's crazy? You need to see the high expensive metal printers.
Yeah. Well, I used to have the woodworker, the CNC routers at work, so I know what they can do. They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
The manpower that they save, and I was totally against them at first. I mean, it killed my job. Totally killed me. What was such an art to do, a freaking machine was doing in 30 minutes. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I mean, bending wood, and
as these printers advance, pretty soon, like color TVs, you'll have something similar to a printer in your house.
Right.
You think about it, they go in Star Trek with the replicators.
They just did the first artificial heart like 6 months ago.
What happened?
They already printed.
Oh, wait a minute. Justin's back. Let's do a drop. Because we were waiting for you, Justin. 9 minutes later.
Uh-oh.
All right, Roger. Try it. Let's go again, Roger. Hold on. Roger.
It's
do it in the way
Sunday
that you
night.
felt when you got your new car.
Roger is
Congratulations, Roger.
Is sponsored by
those guys. Oh, I'm
Roger?
sorry.
No, he's
Hold
just
on.
he's coaching Roger.
Those guys are sponsored by
Those guys. We'll accept that. Okay.
Even though you guys are late and not on
And the thoughts and opinions on this show.
Val's not liking you guys.
If you wanted me to do it like when I got my car and I was quads, I'd be there. Oh no, not another freaking payment.
But with the same emotion. That's
Got a
all.
nice card here, Roger.
Listen, Roger, do a plug for your show. Paul Murray, do a plug for your show. Philly Drone Life, everybody can do a plug for their live stream.
Tomorrow morning, it's going to be Paul Murray doing the Canadian Drone Hub because I will not be here.
Herman and I, yep.
I'll be doing at 5 o'clock tomorrow night.
According to wikipedia.org.
I'll be doing it at 5 o'clock tomorrow night on the Canadian Drone Hub.
Okay, next.
My days.
Yeah, Herman and I will be on tomorrow morning at 9, right, Herman?
Anyway, you know when my live stream is Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mikey, Mr. Pauly.
Yeah. So my live stream is I kind of do whatever I want, whenever I want. But
Every damn morning.
Yeah, I'm usually on every morning. But guys, take a good look. I'm debuting my ASMR video, and I've been working on it, and so it should be a blast.
You better explain to some people what ASMR are.
Oh, they know what it is. If they're in YouTube, they know what it is. But I'll give you a little demonstration. And again, guys, this isn't going to be a 2-hour video. It's a little 3-minute video. Catch it. It's going to be hilarious. But here's a little demonstration. and a lot more than that, guys.
Can't watch that.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's going to be.
I can't sit here and watch that.
No, I'm going to do it Philly way.
Mikey.
It's going to be.
For some reason, it looked like you just busted off a hot fart.
No.
Mike, I got a question. I got a question for you. Like, how much drugs do I gotta get into to get something like this?
I was gonna say, you smoking crack?
Well, the thing of it is there's a lot of people that don't see that stuff, but it's on there. Mike told me about a lady the other day that had a doll and she was brushing the hair for an hour, and she's got like almost 1 million.
390,000 subscribers, guys. I'm going to give you a hint, just a little hint of I'm doing it the Philly way. So This is a little hint.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay, now you just do that when that's a little hint of what I've been practicing. You're gonna laugh your ass off. Just check it out. It's a couple minutes.
Mike.
All right, next.
That's not even right because
coming from New York.
Yes, I know.
No. See, here's my problem with this.
No, it is right coming from New York.
No, but here's my problem with this.
Got strange people in New York.
We have people who were eccentric and we got them help. Yeah. Now you guys are making fun of people who are eccentric.
Yes. Oh no, I'm eccentric.
Mike, I'm gonna let you know.
Yes, sir.
I just cut my radio on in case I need to call 911.
What? Hey, Michael, what's it called? SMR or S?
It's called
S&M.
Otherwise known as ASMR.
ASMAR. Okay.
And
because they say if Lawrence, if you type that in to the search.
Don't do
There's
that, Lawrence.
thousands and thousands.
Don't do that, Lawrence. You'll be getting hit with all kind of.
I'm not.
Don't do it. But here's another. We look the sound of a smart controller, and then.
Hey, Lawrence.
Okay.
And that's it. That's it. I mean, that's the whole guy's hundreds and
the sound of Mr. Crowley in the morning.
And that's it. That's it. And then you would just have to sit there and fart for an hour, and bam, you're good. You're rich. You're rich.
Yeah. Eventually, you're gonna have to go.
Yeah. Dude, just do yourself a favor.
Mikey, your live stream is
of it, you'll be
more.
And you have a launch date for this live stream?
Within the next 48 hours. I've been practicing some bits. I got to get some props. But we're working on it, and we're going to try to do a good video of it. And it will be recorded, but I'm thinking live because the comments that come up while I'm doing it are hysterical. So it may be better if I go live and do it. That's what I'm trying to work out. So
all I'm gonna say is, should I be sitting down when I watch this?
You probably should. Yeah, because it's gonna get ugly. And it will be short. I promise you guys, you're not gonna spend your whole day watching Philly.
I already have the bell click, so every time you go live or do something, I see it. So that's all I'm gonna do. Why don't we do this? Today. Everybody type in the chat and make sure you click that bell, because that's the only way you're going to get a chance to see this.
Yeah. And the same with these guys, those guys. Make sure you hit that bell. That's how you catch them Thursday night and Sunday night. Yeah, Mr. Crowley, it's your turn.
Did I hear an echo there?
I don't know. I got confused. What am I supposed to talk about?
Hold on. Did I just hear an echo at the end when Mike said that?
Yes.
Hold on. That's me.
Oh.
Got the mute.
It was a great effect. Mike was like,
was it? Oh, that's cool. It ain't me, is it, Lawrence? It isn't me, is it? Because I was messing with buttons yesterday. I got to get with Curtis here today. I totally destroyed my whole unit.
Mr. Crowley, you still haven't said your live stream.
That's me. Hold on.
2 p.m. Monday through Friday. Anything drones.
What time?
Monday through Friday, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Okay.
2 p.m. Eastern.
Roger, we got everyone. We got Herman with the PMS show. Paul, you didn't say a word.
On Wednesday night with those guys, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And Herman's on at 5 p.m. on
Then
Mondays,
you got Paul Murray with the PMS show Monday nights, every Monday night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Herman is hosting the PMS show. Yep.
Paul, you and his mic, since he can't get it right, read the cue card.
I'd like to apologize, Paul, for leaving with it after the first hour last week, Monday, but I was exhausted. But I will definitely be there tomorrow evening to support you and your channel, because if we don't support the Ed McMahon of YouTube, we don't support each other.
Well, tomorrow night is going to be Roger, but you got to go in there.
Why is Roger going on? I thought
because you and I are going on tomorrow morning.
You and I think.
Good Night Train Thursday night at 7.
Yeah.
That's right. Night Train's Thursday night at 7. All right, everybody who's got a live stream, plug it in the stream.
Now he's on
Bomb's on every morning, it seems like.
Yep, Logan Carpenter's got it right. The Herman and Paul show at 5 on Monday.
No, it's not.
I must admit,
that from PMS.
I gotta say this, Philly.
Yeah.
Between you and Drone Bum, you guys are master roosters wakers like I am.
Yeah.
I wake up the rooster.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, to do it. I literally, Herman says I wake up the rooster, and then the rooster wakes everybody else up.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And Drone Bum is on when I'm sitting on my couch flicking on my phone. I'm like, damn, man.
Hey, Drone Paul.
How you
doing?
Already.
But,
yes,
but
we need to get Drone Bum.
Kills me. Listen to the Bum. Now we do these shows every Saturday and Sunday, but the Bum is hysterical because he's got a screw loose. See, he comes off as a straight guy, but there's something wrong with him because no matter how much and how early he gets up and how many coffees he has, he's never prepared. Never.
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
And he's always late. Always, I was up for 3 hours. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read the chats. The phone's not working. This thing. Come on, you had 3 hours to
You
set
want
it
to know
up.
what?
Just
No,
switch with Lawrence
Mikey.
because Lawrence has been up already.
Yeah, Paul.
It's
Call
true.
Lawrence, get it right, and then go live.
You know what's
Oh my
funny?
God.
You know what's funny? It makes for good entertainment.
It does. It does.
It
It,
does
works. But he
because
hexes me.
What
The
will
hex
go wrong?
follows.
What will go wrong can go wrong.
But then it passes along, Lawrence. That's what happens. The hex. He starts it all off with a hex, and all that negative energy just
dynamic
follows us.
range.
What happened?
Drone pool blames it on the dynamic range.
It is. It's absolutely. It's the range of. It's all wrong. All of it.
Curtis
Guys,
Dart says he's been making Johnson Space Center graphics all week. Last render is finishing up. Okay. Very interesting. What's up, Mia?
Johnson is in the
Drone.
Space Center.
Dude, his graphic cards are going to explode. Do you ever talk to Curtis? It's a constant blink, 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 blink. He just blinks in and out talking to Curtis. His cards are always working so hard, so fast. He's always rendering around the clock. Render.
Well,
He's
got a machine that can do it.
Yeah,
That's a
he
good
does.
thing.
He does.
Justin,
Yeah.
I noticed there's a hole in the wall
Where?
behind you. There's a hole in the wall. You had
Oh,
drones
no,
going. See, mine is getting more naked.
This is
More
here,
naked.
that's why.
More naked. I will be not tearing it down, but filling holes and painting the wall. I have to change the backdrop.
Just tear it down.
I learned
And
that-
also I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff too. So Mr. Crawley, you might get a care package soon.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm giving away stuff. I already
I was gonna say something, man. That
this
package
3-inch, this Gap RC 3-inch, I'm gonna give away here
Yes.
locally.
I
Locally.
want a 3-inch so bad.
Me too.
And
You
Lawrence,
make it
and
fly.
Lawrence,
Check this out, Mr. Crawley. Check this out. I told the guy that I was giving it to him. If he doesn't pick it up by the end of this week, I'll ship it out to you.
and
Yeah.
Lawrence has been signing
Nice.
props by the dozens.
Yeah, right. I signed a
Signing.
those guys
Hey.
FPV prop, and I signed a those guys prop. Right
Yes, I got both sets in.
there you go.
Actually, I got multiple.
Well, he's got markers, and he
But-
said he's going to sign some more.
Hey Lawrence, what am I missing?
Oh, you don't have to sign more.
Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to pin you for
Battery.
that. Wait, for the RXSR, right?
Both of them. You didn't give me the connectors.
For what? For the wait a minute.
You guys are making me jealous, man. I want to get back in
The
that.
connector. Oh, you know why?
Told you.
Because Justin, that connector plugs straight in onto the board.
No, meaning that there's no wires.
Oh shoot. All right, I got to go through my wires.
Like, don't
back,
be
man.
jealous. They don't know what they're doing.
I got.
Yeah.
You're
But-
right. You're right because I messed
that-
up. I messed up one of my drones in
They
beta flight.
practice in FPV.
But that Tyro 109, I thought something was. I mean, the 129, I thought something was wrong with it. But you literally have to wait until you get a GPS signal for it to even arm.
Before it arms,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
That's
It's
a good-
Tyro has a 129 a self-build FPV bird that comes with GPS. And supposedly if you set the fail-safe on the GPS, it should rise up a couple of 100 feet and head back to you in a beeline. Now, as long as there's no obstacles, it should fly within range of your radio and you should get signal back and control back as well as video. We've yet to do a test, Justin.
That was on go to
You know what I
the-
tested the other day was my Maverick Pro was flying, and I didn't know it could fire up without the GPS. I thought
Yeah.
there was something in place, and I never knew that, never heard it or anything.
That's
So I tried it
because
in my
it's-
house.
a lot of people
I
use
was
it for
flying it in my
indoor,
house.
but a lot of people do indoor shoots with it.
Yeah, but hold on, guys. The problem with that is, well, it's not a problem. It's actually a safety feature. It will only rise to 30 feet. It will not go above 30 feet. It's a maximum ceiling. If it doesn't
What
have
in
GPS, it's 30
ADI
feet.
mode?
In whatever mode. If it doesn't
no-
grab GPS, it only goes to 30 feet. It'll
The
say
Mavic
maximum
Pro?
altitude reached. Yep.
Really? Wow.
Then
Yeah,
I
you take it
guess
outside
then
and
then
don't take your
then
satellite.
Mikey.
Yeah.
I guess I have a special Mavic Pro then.
Your Mavic Pro, take your Mavic Pro outside and don't get the satellites and you could take off and go as high as you can and tell me how high it goes without getting your 9 satellites before you get your GPS 9 satellites or 10. I think it's 9 or 10.
See, now I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, do it. You'll see. It'll go maximum altitude reached at about 30 feet.
Now,
I want to try that.
The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight.
Now, if I'm wrong,
that's why I fly.
Now, hold on. Does that not do that?
That's why I fly.
Ron Brum has his
Mikey.
That's why I fly.
Hold on, Herman. Mikey.
I should know that.
I have a Phantom 4 Pro.
Okay.
And someone suggested this. They said to get the most cinematic drifting across the sky, take it out of. Now, see, Ray woke up. You hear Phantom 4 Pro.
Yeah.
Check this out. Hold on. I've taken it, Mikey.
Oh, here I am.
Hold on.
Whoa, what are we talking about? Okay.
Mike, at 200 feet,
right.
I put my bird in the Addy mode.
Oh, I've done
just drifted. Hold on. Just drifted in Addy mode.
That's awesome.
Got the most cinematic shot I've ever gotten before in my life. And then put it back into GPS mode and said, you know what? I'm going to do it again.
Yeah. But here's a better thing to do,
brother.
Here's the better thing, and I got it on my channel. I got you beat, Lawrence. I got you beat. I took my Phantom 4 Pro up on a 70-mile-an-hour wind day when nobody was out. I mean, you would have to be out of your mind to do anything, even just walk. And I labeled it, Phantom 4 Pro in the wind. Oh shit, we're gonna lose it. One of them deals. And I put it in Addy mode and did race by my freaking street to see how fast I can go. I went 72 miles an hour with the wind. With the
had that hit anything, it would have disintegrated like an egg, right?
Oh, dude! But here's the thing: I wanted the screen capture because it was about 72, but at times it was even going faster. But I was afraid that when you screen capture shit, everybody's a pilot. And they want to send to the UFA and the DDA and the FBI. So I just let. But I'm going to do it. Once I get in trouble, I'll do it. But that's what's great about the Phantom, man. I love Addy mode. I don't know why they don't do that.
Till this day, there is no bird that you can switch. Till this day, there is no bird that you can switch from GPS to Addy mode, the sports mode, as often or as much as you want, back and forth, and not mess up your bird. You know why?
I agree.
Because unfortunately, Mavics don't do it. I've never seen an Inspire do it.
Yeah, that's
even though I heard you can, I heard you can.
Yeah.
I've never owned one. I don't know how true it is.
The V2.
I've never seen it.
The V2 one, not the first one. The V2 one.
Okay.
Oh, that does it, Bick? Really?
Yeah. The second one does it, not the first.
People were complaining that the Inspire could not go into Addy mode, and they needed that for if you have a single pilot and your crew, you want it to drift and stay on target while it's drifting. You can lock on target with the camera. I could see that.
And movie companies use Addy mode a lot too. They don't use GPS at all, basically.
For the smoothness, right? Cool, Bick?
Yeah, for the smoothness.
Yeah, because
amazing.
It's hard. It's almost impossible to fly in a straight line in GPS mode.
The question I have is how many of you guys are starting the new sport of bird chasing that Philly has gotten into?
No, we're not doing
My
that.
last video with the FPV was all of a sudden I was up there and these geese fly by me.
Yeah, you got it. I saw it with you. I saw it. Yes.
I'm like, this is the birds.
You know why?
But
Because here in New York, we have hawks, we have
blackbirds,
we have falcons, we have ravens that are like 2.5, almost 3 feet high.
Well, Philly, you know about those birds out your way in Philly. What's those birds? Like vultures or something?
Yeah.
Some guys is fierce, man.
That's a chicken hawk.
Chicken hawk. Chicken hawk.
It's a chicken hawk.
Freaking feathers off.
What are they? But Philly, what are those birds called though? Seriously.
Turkey vultures?
No.
Little ones
No.
Nah, they're not no
Philly,
pigeons, bro.
you have a type of.
Oh,
You
you
have a
mean?
type-
Wait. You mean the ones that race by and circle you?
Always in Philly, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was going to ask you guys. Can they hurt me?
Yo, listen.
go up and pet one.
Listen, because I got a place in Reading. That's where they almost brought me down at.
The same ones?
The same birds, man.
Why am I chasing them?
Logan Carpenter says pigeon bird.
Nah, they bigger than, they almost big
No,
like a
they're
hawk,
bigger
man.
than pigeons. They look like small falcons.
Yep.
Dude,
And
but
they're mad quick.
Swarm.
Yep.
Forgot what the guy said.
It's like a whole sky is moving.
They eat all the roadkill. Every time I'm out there, there's a deer on the road, they're eating it up.
I didn't, and I'm chasing him. Every time I see him, it's get over, you son of a, I'm gonna cut your feather. I'm thinking they're gonna run when I go to them.
They might.
Big to run.
They might at first until they realize you have to land.
Yeah.
If they flying with their youngin, you got a problem.
Drone Bum says, are they hawks?
I don't know what they, dude. I'm from Philly.
Those aren't hawks because I've seen them on Mike's video. I know the hawk.
Right, they're small like falcons. Falcons are between a pigeon
and their wings are rounded. Their wings are round.
Yeah. Oh, I got close-ups of them. Very close-ups. They've got close-ups.
Kay said Curtis Dart says Ken Herron has them trained.
Of course. Of course. You mean
But anyway, getting back to drone talk, I'm gonna let you know right now. Until
look out for the bunny.
We went squirrel. Lauren said we'll go squirrel at some
It's on
time.
a half hour. Everybody's here. Even Ray. Let's get this drop in. Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those Guys.
That's how you do it. That's how you get it.
Real rough.
We appreciate you all, but if you ever get to Philly and get to see this little bird that we're talking about, it's slightly bigger than a pigeon.
Talking about Ken Herron show.
Yeah.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the
Last week he had this video with this little baby bunny that got snatched up by a bird.
Yes.
Probably a hawk.
You know, tell him the story with the female. Noah Myers, what's up?
It was to try to get a reaction out of his co-host to see if she can keep a straight face.
Who did that?
Ken Herron.
New girlfriend.
Well, I got to walk away here. I don't participate in anything, Ken Herron. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Herman. Go ahead, Herman.
Yeah, okay. So basically, he put the in the video. It shows someone. They put the little baby bunny down on the ground. I guess it was hopping to its mother. I don't know, but a bird swooped down and just grabbed it and took it off with it and took off about his business.
Wait, that's not.
Nah, that's not them.
That's not them.
Not it.
No, black people.
No, that ain't them. Oh,
Nah.
What a stupid looking bird.
I'll get the name will come to me. It'll come to me. They told me they brought them there on purpose to eat roadkill. There's a lot of roadkills and coyotes and stuff like that.
Daryl Hickman.
Yeah, they like a buzzard. They like a buzzard.
But they're not buzzards.
But they're not. It's probably a type of falcon because they're slightly bigger than the pigeons, but they're smaller than the larger hawks. And in Philly, we do have hawks that have like the super wingspan.
She's doing it again. She's doing it again.
Whales on steroids.
They have almost a 2-foot wingspan. These dudes, man. I'm telling you, I've seen them up close.
What?
There you go. That's them.
It's a vulture.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
No, they're not. No, they're not the ones swarming around me. They can't.
No, there's a vultures. That's what the guy told me. They're vultures, man. They're another kind of vulture.
It's a turkey.
Oh,
vulture.
another
Turkey
kind
vulture.
of, but
So
not
another
that
kind of
size.
vulture. Not that one. You see, the wings is just like that. They round.
Yes, you're right. You're right. They are. They are. Oh crap, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a
chasing
pigeon.
them.
Maybe they're a pigeon vulture.
They some kind
What's
of
that,
vulture.
the smaller model? The pigeon
Pigeon
vulture?
volt. It could be a pigeon vulture. It's exactly right.
When I was up at the Bogota, the guy told me what they was up at.
What's that, the
Bogota.
smaller version?
Genetics gone wild.
It could be.
Drone Bum says
What do they have them there for, right?
Drone Bum says it's a Philly eagle.
Listen, they eat everything.
No,
They eat
no,
roadkills. They eat everything. They they just wicked, man.
Now, why do they have them there by the hotel?
But
Roger's got vultures.
It's a lot of
out
roadkill.
there.
Yo, there's like 4 or 5 deers every day on the highway on 78.
Yeah, but I live in Philly. We don't have highways. They don't eat. Well, there is lots of roadkill. I think they're a cross between a pigeon.
But if they're predatory, they probably eat pigeons too, because they introduced hawks into New York. And they introduced one couple that they put the nest on top of the Empire State Building, and this was going back into the 90s.
Well, Roger feeds the vultures.
But now because of that one hawk family, there's over 100 hawk families spread out throughout the 5 boroughs. You know, over there by you, the grain
groundhogs.
They constantly hatching hawks over there.
Roger feeds vultures at his house.
Yeah. Zombie pigeons.
This year we got a lot of groundhogs.
Hey, drone life, RC.
Throw them in the field next to our house, and Kim's got a lot of pictures of them eating the groundhogs.
The vultures.
Interesting. Interesting. See, another reason to stay in the United States.
Well, you'll be able to get up close and friendly, Lawrence, when you go up to Roger Palooza.
So, Roger, before you answer this question. Hold on. Before you answer this question, Roger, I'm going to read this. The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel. So, Roger, this is how you get rid of spare meat on the side of the house, right? Don't say nothing, Roger.
Hey, guys.
This is the guy that's moving to Syracuse. Never seen a groundhog before.
Oh, shit. Since we're talking about birds, can I share my screen? And then this way, Cool Bic can tell me what kind of birds these are. Because I got a video of them circling me.
He's got it up.
Go for it. You got it queued up?
Oh, how do I do it? Hold on. All right.
Share screen.
How do I share screen?
Share screen, and on the Zoom window, there's a green square.
And they got to click the 2 boxes down below.
That's too many people talking at once.
Exactly.
Hold on. All right. Here it is. I see it. Share screen. All right.
On the screen.
All right, I got it. Here it is. You ready? Now, wait. I got to click the box first, right? That I want to show.
2 boxes down below. Yep.
No, I'm past that, Paul. All right, I got it.
Open up. You have to open up the window. Mike, you have to open up the video first.
I did. I'm ready.
And then pause the video. Now you go to Zoom and click that green envelope with the arrow, that green box with the arrow. And then
I choose the screen I want to pick and then hit share, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Yep. And boom, here it comes, guys. So now let me move this up here. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we got it.
Now, Cool Bic, tell me what these are. Now, on the top of this building, right over here, this one or this one, there's a whole nest of them. So I know where to find these bastards. All right, here we go. You ready? Here we go. Ready?
Go for it.
Bam!
Falcons.
Wait. Oh, they're going to get close.
Those are the pigeons.
Wow! They're pigeons, bro. Now look. Oh, they stopped me. Ah!
Oh, those are all pigeons.
Wait.
Those are pigeons.
Yeah! And then I tried to get out. They're pigeons, bro.
Those are racing pigeons. They usually fly. Right? They usually fly in a circle formation.
Like homers. They're like homing pigeons. Like
yes, that exactly. Homing pigeons.
Yes, and if you look on top, let me move it forward. If you go on top, no, there they go again. Right on top of that building, there's cages.
Mike,
they're homing pigeons.
They're homing pigeons. They're homing pigeons.
Like, all they realize is that they know exactly where their food comes from.
Okay, so they won't hurt you though, right?
Pigeons.
Oh, they're gonna hurt you. If you go around their nest, they're gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh, they will.
They will.
Don't go near the cages and you'll be all right.
Oh, really? If I go near the cages, they'll attack me?
No.
Yeah, I flew that whole area too. I know that area.
Look. You see they're going to it, and then they got cages in there, and they rest at the top of the building. They look for drones.
Yeah, you stay away from there.
They're not looking for drones. They're just out.
You know what it is?
And then you got all those microwave antennas up there. You want to stay away from that too.
Mikey, there's actually strength in numbers. So
what's up with the circle thing?
They feel they're being attacked. They may swarm.
Oh,
okay. That's how pigeons. That's how homer pigeons fly. I used to fly birds with Mike Tyson.
Right, because you used to stand on the roof with a flag.
You hold and put them in the dot. Just keep waving the flag. They keep going up. They keep going up. As long as you got the flag up.
Circles for? I mean, I don't
know. No, they just fly in a circle. They just fly in
the wagons.
Because actually, what they're doing when they fly in a circle, they're looking right at they nest. when they flying. They never lose sight of the nest. That's why they fly in that.
What's
circle.
up, Billy Kyle? How are you? Those
Hey,
same
Billy.
birds buzzed you, Mike.
No, wait, no.
Yeah, Billy's in here.
My boy's
What up,
in
Billy
here,
Bill?
Billy.
Yo, Billy, what's up with the pound cake out there? What's good with the pound cake?
Your pound cake. Yeah, what's
Ask
up,
Billy, I said, what's up with the pound cake, baby? Pound cake on deck?
Philly got some nice pound cake.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Well, you got pickles too.
Sorry,
I
Herm.
So
I'm
hold
talking
on.
about Entenmann's pound cake, right? Entenmann's pound cake.
Who's got
So
that
cool,
damn
Bick.
basket?
Cool, Bick. If I go after
Because
these
the
birds
shit's going
We're
tomorrow,
gonna go after you.
they're going to come after me.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah.
territorial.
They're gonna
They're actually, Mikey.
Go
What it
land on
is,
the cage.
Mikey, they're
Oh, that's what
trained.
we got to do. Okay, we got to
But
go.
hold
for the
on,
game.
Mikey. I'm going to explain it to you. They are literally trained to fly in circles around the base. Now,
I can
what
do
you're supposed to
circles. I do great manual.
But hold
circles.
on. What you're supposed to do is you take one of those pigeons and you go 5-10 miles down the coast, and you see how quick it gets back to the nest.
You
They
let it
race
go,
them.
yep.
They do stuff like that with them.
Okay, and they're little messages in their
That's
foot.
why
like
they're
the
called
grizzly.
homing pigeons.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people do it from. It's very big. It
It's a
used to be
sport.
big here in the city until they introduced hawks. But people enter competitions, and say you're in Philadelphia.
good, man.
Okay, we will bring our pigeon to Philadelphia and see how quick it takes him to get back to New York.
I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, I used to bring the Browns and they would come right back to Ruddock before I get back on my
So
bike.
Billy,
They're
you
already in
got
my
time to
nest.
get on a panel or what? Or you're just hanging out with us tonight? You're hanging out in the chat there.
Yeah, Philly, they even used the pigeons during the war.
Yeah, to send messages, right, Roger?
Exactly. And it was for that reason, to train them. They knew if they followed the flag in circles, because pigeons were very popular here in the Bronx.
Right.
Okay. They even passed a law where you cannot feed them rice, uncooked rice anymore, because there was a point where pigeons' stomachs were exploding all over the city.
Well,
they eat
Lawrence,
They
Lawrence,
eat the rice and they drink water, and then it.
but isn't that a Chinese delicacy in New York?
Paul got jokes.
Now you're killing me, Paul.
Yeah, pigeon legs, pigeon wings. That's not.
But supposedly, Mikey, no matter how far, because that pigeon is raised and bred there, no matter how far you take that pigeon away from that spot, it will know what it will find its way back to that roof.
But here's the problem I have.
Almost over like 5 miles out, they came right back, man.
Here's the problem I have with the bird thing. Are they stupid? Don't they know I'm swinging 4 props at like 89,000 RPM?
Looks like a bird.
They don't know what you are.
Oh, they can't feel that? They can't feel the wind?
Michael, thus the phrase bird brain. You know what I mean?
Bird brain, that's right. Okay, I get it.
Listen, they attack Mavericks more than they attack Phantoms.
Yes,
Mike,
yes. Pigeons do
Mike.
attack Mavic Pro.
How long have birds been in the sky?
No, hold on. Before you go there, pterodactyls. That's how long. That's how long. Pterodactyls. But hold on.
But they don't know what you are.
But that's the point. Here's the thing. Every time I see a bird, now I've been flying for 16, 17 years now, ever since the Mavic Junior came out. And since the Mavic Junior came out, I've been chasing birds. Every time I see birds, it's birds. And I fly to them. I'm going to cut your freaking wing off. And they've never hit me. Never once. They fly.
You're chasing them. Try to let them chase you a little bit. You chasing them, they're going to run.
Yeah, that's what they do. So hold on then. See, now you got the key. You got to be aggressive.
Come on out here. Let's go after
the views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight.
I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you.
Come on out here and go after some seagull there, Mike.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Seagulls I'm afraid of, dude.
Yeah,
right. Or some ravens.
Turn around, look to rape your little Mavic.
Yeah,
that's right.
They're huge, bro. No, seagulls scare me because even if they run into me by accident, they're not.
The seagull look at your Mavic like, hey, what's up with them tight feathers you got there? Let me holler at you,
Mr. Crawley. I'm afraid to ask.
But I love that. Does the Ken heroin eyeballs really work? Come on, it's a gimmick, right? Yeah, let me put. I'll bet if I put a freaking head,
Mikey,
a thing.
You're saying the eyeballs stickers on your drone?
Yeah. That's just to make money,
depending,
right?
depending on the intelligence of the bird and what type of bird it is,
I thought it was
I
bird
believe
brain.
so.
Because what happened to bird brain?
Well, hold on. Here's the science behind it, and this
See,
applies
now we're
to
talking
hunting.
drones, guys. This is the good stuff.
Hold on, Mikey. I'm about to explain it to you.
Okay.
Here's the rule of hunting.
Okay.
If you have eyes on the side, you got to hide. Birds in front. If your eyes are in front, those are usually predatory birds.
Okay, eyes on the side, going to hide.
And it
Birds
applies
in
to
the front.
deer and other animals like that. They're usually
That makes
prey.
sense. That's
Predators.
now I'm a bird.
Predators usually have three-dimensional view, like
and
dogs,
they got that sixth
wolves.
sense going on too. They use magnetical interferences stuff. So I'm wondering though, based on that, I'm wondering if they know if they can sense my controller when I turn my controller on. Since we're talking in radio waves, they got that sixth sense.
No,
Hold
Mikey,
on,
you're
don't
flying
laugh at
through,
me.
but
Don't
you're flying through their airspace.
No, but they can sense it. Look, we got to control. It's like the remote ID built in.
You know, Mikey, the same way you can see your drone 3-4 blocks away, they can see you coming.
So it's about the eyesight. You don't.
They can see you coming. They can hear you coming. Now, if something's going past my home, I'm going to go look outside too.
Yeah, and then I go toward them. That's the key, guys. So if you ever see birds, don't run. Go after them, and then they fly away.
Hey, Michael, I'm waiting for the day when you come across a pterodactyl in flight, and you go to chase his ass.
And then you.
What's good, Big Matt? I don't know, Mikey. All I know is that when you're flying through their airspace, by flying in a circle, they're trying to say, hey, this is our area.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do, I'll go flying, and then so when I see them, I'll put it in Addy mode. I'll start flying my Phantom 4 and start doing the manual circles with them. And then see if we can all swarm as you know, in happiness together. If we can coexist.
What are you trying to do? Breed with them?
Eli Nunez, what's
I want
good?
to fly with them.
Mikey, all I'm going to say is I've been at several events, drone events here in New York, where people have tried to get pictures. Later, Mr. Crowley, where people try to get pictures of 15, 20 drones flying at once. When they try to do that, I usually don't go in the air. You know why? Because all it takes is for one person to mess up.
Yeah.
And somebody's drone is coming down.
Yeah, Lawrence, that's why I didn't fly when you guys came in, even when Billy came in. I'm always been a loner. When I fly, I don't know if I'm selfish, but I like the whole sky to myself. I got enough things to worry about with buildings and what I'm going to do and what I'm trying to center and square up on. I really don't want to be thinking about who, hey, how high are you? Where are you at to the north?
Mikey, this is why we use radios.
But then isn't that running off though, Lawrence?
No, because with the radio, as opposed to taking your hand off the control and actually keying up the mic, you have a lapel clip.
Yeah, I hear you.
Herman, where are you at? And that's it. I want to go to 150 feet from 75. Am I clear? And now, when you're flying by yourself, I must admit, it's a lot more fun, but you've never encountered flying by yourself and seeing 2 or 3 drones flying overhead out of nowhere.
I haven't. Is that cool?
Okay, you need to come over here to New York and hang out for the weekend. You need to hang out for the weekend, and then you will see why RFID is important. Well, because I have the perfect example. The NYC 5 Borough had a meetup, and I'm showing some love to NYC 5 Borough, all right? But they had a meetup at Coney Island, and Herman wanted to shoot the parachute ride, which was a 1/4 mile down the boardwalk. Now he's filming, he's recording, he's shooting. The whole time I'm going, Herman, they're going, where's Herman? I'm going, he's down at the shooting the parachute ride. Tell me why I get a call from Herman. Who the hell was that who just went flying by me? Had there been RFID, every one of those guys would have knew Herman was a 1/4 mile down the road. And he would have saw that Mavic coming into his airspace.
Yeah, but that gives you, but what my point, Lawrence, is now you're having to look at that and read that and listen to that, and that gives you just more chance for failure.
Mikey,
the more things you're trying to do.
What's any different from driving a car that has sensors that tell you you're getting too close?
No, I hear you. But see, now here's the thing though, Lawrence, is our drones going to have telemetry right on the screen that we're flying? Are we going to be, that would be
in order to make this network work, they're going to have to be able to communicate in real time at some time and point.
So if they could put it on the map, you know how when you click on the map and the map pops up, if we can see everything that's in the air.
You remember the Mavic Pro when they introduced that airplane mode?
Yes.
To show you, it's the same thing. A plane is in your airspace. A drone is in your airspace.
Right. Yeah.
I almost said something. I almost said something uncalled for. That was hard. I had to hold that one in. Because Paul and Herman would have ripped me a new one. I make certain comments, Mikey, and then 3 months later, Paul is like, "Remember her?"
Oh, right. I know. Yeah, because you're a Phantom guy. I get it.
When you weren't going to buy
No. I'm a drone person, a drone pilot. Before
you own
Phantom
Mavic,
guy.
Lawrence?
Phantom is my favorite drone.
No, he was never going to own a Mavic. Never, ever.
Oh, did you buy a Mavic? You didn't buy a Mavic, did you?
No, not yet.
I have a Lost Mini.
Okay, Desmond, doctors, you take care now. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, later, Desmond.
Hey, did you see who was in the chat there, Roger?
Hit that like button, everybody.
Hey, Roger.
Yes.
Paul asked.
Yes.
Did you see who was in the chat there, Roger?
Paul can't help himself.
Yeah. It's in the diction.
Got the doll. He has the doll, right, Roger?
He has the heads.
Oh, so the heads. He's got the heads. Yes.
Hey, send me a picture of both plugs. But
he ordered them.
I have a bag of plugs. Send me a picture.
Now, Paul, this is why Billy Kyle don't come on. This is why.
Thank you, Timeless Truths. We appreciate all you guys that click the thumbs up. And for you guys that click the thumbs down, if there were a few more of you, it would be a little more interesting, but we appreciate you too.
Make sure you hit that like button too.
Promote the wheel of shout outs coming up soon. Shout out to Andrew too, because for those of you who only see Andrew on Pusa Studios at night, you should see him after his first cup of coffee in the morning on Roger's live stream. That's all I gotta say. He's mad cool. And I don't know what it is, but it seems like the better live streams seem to come from Canada. I don't know why. But a few of the better live streams seem to come from Canada. And no, I'm not converting to or anything like that. Right about now, they can't fly past a butterfly without being grounded.
Yeah.
So
we're
complaining about RFID here.
Yeah, but at least they can fly helicopters.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Hobbyists can fly helicopters.
You have a valid
Just
point.
In case of an emergency, the helicopter pilot passes out, they can still fly the helicopter.
Hold on. Here's my question. And everybody on the panel, I'm putting Philly Drone Life on the spot. When the hell are you coming to New York to fly?
I don't understand.
Mikey.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to.
Mikey, when the hell are you gonna come to New York to fly? Seriously.
Well, here's what you ought to do: is you and Billy Kyle should go to New York together and join up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't like driving, so here's what the thing is. I'm gonna have to find out how to get there by subway.
By what?
Take a bus. That's right. Look at Kubik. He's right, because Paul Drone Bum is he's my cameraman.
Drone Bum is a few peninsulas over from me in Long Island.
He's not close to you?
He's a few. I guess
Peninsula is pretty big, ain't it?
We drove down,
thank you very much.
We drove down to Philly. We hit 3 locations and got back to New York in time for the live stream.
Yes, we did. Damn it. So you have no excuses.
No.
You're right.
Your
Yeah,
live
you're
streams
right.
are in the morning, and you say you're up most of the day anyway. By the time you get sleepy, you'll be back in Philly. Cut it out.
No, you're right. You're
And
right.
Greyhound. Greyhound.
Sharon
Yeah,
with you so you can yell
And they
at her
even have
along
it.
the
They
way.
even have a train, Coolbeck, that'll take me right there, man. I could just
Yeah,
chill
to
on the train.
34th Street, Penn
Yeah,
Station.
but how long was the train?
A
About
couple hours, right?
yeah,
About
the
2
bus.
hours.
The bus is the same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I could be, playing with my drone along the way. I think that's the way I would do it. So I don't have to drive. I could be chill. I mean, we got the car, but
Listen, when I go out there, I don't drive all the time.
Listen,
I take the bus
right
too when I go
now,
out
Mikey, those guys is inviting you to New York this summer. Billy already knows. He can call up and say, yo, I'm passing through from Connecticut. Because his girl lives in Connecticut. So
oh, really?
he passes through New York going
Gotcha.
home sometimes. And he's
Gotcha.
like, yo, I'm coming through. So all we got to do is just choreograph it with those guys.
I
We can
would
have a
love.
meetup. Now,
I would love
now,
footage from New York, guys. I mean, when I see all them buildings, there's something inside of me that just gets fired up. So,
Mikey, I want you to come to New York so I can get a bunch of pictures with you with tourist shirts on. I love New York. The Statue of Liberty styrofoam with the styrofoam.
yeah, can we fly around her? Can I do that? Is that legal?
Yeah, man.
We can fly around her. Oh, I'm live streaming.
We can fly. Yes, you can, provided you stay behind the white buoys.
All right, you show me where
it outside the white buoys.
It's rumored if you pass the white buoys on the wrong day, you could get sniped.
What? Really?
They sniped a drone 2 years ago, an Inspire one 2 years ago over Ellis Island, which is also considered state park.
Now, do they do that thing where they can hit you with that gun that lands you? That's what I'm more scared of. They don't do that?
I don't think you'll get sniped over
Just
by the buoys.
Liberty Island.
Okay, cool.
No. They're more concerned about state parks, and Ellis Island is also a historic landmark. People have been coming in through there for hundreds of years.
There are people on Liberty Island, and they don't want.
But Liberty Island, they don't want you over the island, and the buoys are at least 250 to 300 feet from shore.
Okay.
So as long as you stay outside those buoys, you can fly the Statue of Liberty, bro.
Cool. Oh, now that makes it fun. All right, the Paul said he's 30 minutes from it. Wow, he's 30 minutes. Paul, you're gonna have to come down, pick me up, and then go.
Hold on, Eli Nunez. Remember that meetup we had at Valentino Pier? We had about 25, 30 drones in the air at the same time. Yes, and no mishaps. No mishaps.
So Michael's gonna have to get a radio though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me how to do it, guys, because I'm a lone flyer, man. So you're gonna have to show me the whole ropes about flying with other people. That's one thing I've never done.
It's nothing new. You've been in a bar, right?
I'm to a bar.
You've been to a bar, right?
Yep.
How many times have you knocked your own drink over?
Not mine.
Okay, then you can fly in New York.
Yeah. My drink was always good. Everybody else.
There you go. You can fly in New York. Tell them you'd have someone. You come to New York, people will be grabbing you by the arm. No, come fly here. No, come fly there. Right. Seriously.
I got you.
I didn't quite understand.
And even more so, Mikey.
No. What that means, Herman, is that you're looking after your own drink, your own drone. So good.
Yeah.
You're not going. Somebody else may screw up, but you're not going to.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. I'm sorry, Herman.
I understood it immediately.
Okay.
As soon as he put it in drinks and drugs, I knew it. I was like, oh yeah, got it.
Strange analogy, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. That's the power of radio communication, though, because we had professional pilots flying in one group, and we had amateurs and teaching people to fly at the same time, and it was not one mishap. And people, we actually had a runway where people were coming in this way, people were going out that way. It worked out fine, and people were waiting online to go out to the
Michael Blade,
Statue of Liberty.
Ali Nunez. Listen to these names.
Eli Nunez. He's here in New York.
Nunez.
No, he's a pilot. He's a pilot from
star
here in New York.
Names, man. How could you not be a success, Eli, with that freaking name? Eli Nunez.
Actually, Eli is one of the drone pilots.
Blade.
But hold on, Mikey. Eli is one of the drone pilots in New York that flies his own construction sites because he's a construction worker.
Oh.
From the time they dig out the basement
Wow.
until they start going up. He usually flies. They put up his company, they put up a hotel out here where I live, down at the other end of the peninsula. And he was like, come down and fly. And I'm like, it's just not enough time in the day to fly every place.
Jay says he'll pick me up. That's funny.
But Mikey, here's the best thing about it. After coming to New York, if you take the bus or the train or even by car, you can always sleep on the way home.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I would take the train, because my batteries, guys, you only see me at the height of the lipo, but then my battery burns out. That's why I didn't go on the treadmill live. I did it, but I didn't feel like posting and being a big seam. I had to recharge the battery. So right now I'm in recharging state. I'm plugged in, and it's gonna take a couple days.
All right, well, we're gonna do one more drop, and we're gonna get out of here anyway because USA Studios is coming on. Doesn't Val's Life come on at 7 too?
Yeah,
also, Val's Life comes on at 7. Roger's not coming on in the morning. Paul Murray from the PMS show
Herman
is coming
and I
on.
will be on at 9. Yes.
You'll be on by yourself.
Philly Drone Life.
You always say that, Herman, and you're always there.
Philly Drone Life will be on at about 6 in the morning.
Every day.
After every day. So
it just ring the bell. It's sometime, maybe 3-4 times in a day. Just
okay, Mikey. Let's go ahead, Mikey. Do this Those Guys thing. You do it and we'll finish it off.
Those Guys is sponsored by.
Yes.
How do you do it? Wait,
stop.
I don't know the words.
Stop.
Yeah, Mikey.
Yeah. I pulled the Fred Flintstone. Cool bit.
Hold on a second,
Sunday
it was
night.
the Fred Flintstone.
Hold on
I'm
on stage.
I'm gonna stop you from doing the drops after a while, Lawrence. I sat down and perfected this drop.
Yeah.
All you keep doing is bargaining it out to everybody else. Do the drop and get it over with.
All right.
Give us a freaking the professional. He starts. He's got it memorized.
Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those
Guys.
And we appreciate you all for hanging out with us. We appreciate the support. Don't forget to check out everyone's live stream. You know when we come on. We appreciate you very much. Have a great evening.